Hey ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. As always, it is Nick here, back with the daily crypto news and analysis, and I hope everybody is having a great day or a great night wherever you guys are. But today we're going to be talking about Ripple and XRP. There's quite a bit of things to talk about, so I definitely want to jump into this as quick as possible. But before we jump into this video, I just want to ask if you guys could please leave a like on this video. It does greatly help the channel grow, and I do greatly appreciate it. But with that in mind, let's talk about what is happening throughout the market. We are up 3.65%, sitting at about a $2.61 trillion market cap. Bitcoin, of course, making a little bit of gains, nothing too crazy. Dominance is dropping on Bitcoin, dominance is rising on Ethereum, and we do see Ethereum outperforming Bitcoin on the 24-hour as well as the 7-day. Now, within this market, we are also seeing some green across the board for a lot of altcoins. XRP tried to break over $1 just recently, which I find it funny that we are pretty much waiting for XRP to break over $1 still. But I think that when we're talking about XRP being a little bit of a laggard, it's taking a little bit more time to pump up. A lot of people are getting frustrated with it, but I think that that's good for the market sentiment anyways. But when we're talking about XRP going over $1, we could suspect that we could be seeing a 10x from here, and we're going to be talking about that. We're going to be addressing that and really kind of discussing that greatly. But overall, we are seeing some more pumps throughout the market. On the 24-hour, we are seeing some altcoins up severely in terms of percentages. But overall, nothing too crazy is happening. More so on the 7-day span, we are seeing a lot of those gains being printed in, 66%, 54%, and so much more. So, I suspect that we will be seeing a lot of movement throughout the market with a lot of these laggard assets as we do march forward on into December. I'm very excited for, this upcoming month as well as the month after that, because we could be seeing a Q1, Q2 pump on a lot of altcoins, especially something like XRP when we're looking back on 2013 compared to 2017 with that, month in between that where we pretty much pumped for an extra month. So it kind of lengthened the cycle a little bit, and the topping points were a larger percentage fractal, especially even from this point here to around 2017. So if we do increase the percentage fractal, XRP could be seeing, a $20 plus price target for XRP, which is very exciting. But before we fully jump into this video, I just want to let you guys know that the Ultimate Crusader Trading Bundle Pack is on sale 35% off, wow, for $65. So if anybody who is interested in getting the Ultimate Crusader Trading Bundle Pack, you guys could get this for $65 right now, 35% off. This sale is going to be lasting until the end of December. It includes everything on the website as well as all feature content for free. For anybody is interested, you guys are more than welcome to check that out. NCashOfficial.com. Links are down in the description below as well as in the comments below. But with that being said, let's jump on and let's talk about what is happening. So first off, I do want to ask you guys, did you all survive the bear market of November 26th? I saw this and I thought this was pretty funny. CNBC and a lot of these news outlets for retail individuals will always, pretty much just pump FUD into the market. They're talking about this new COVID variant. Oh, it's so scary, right? It's going to cause, disaster throughout the entire market. Stocks are going to crash. It's going to crash crypto, blah, blah, blah. And a lot of people do play into this. Don't get me wrong. There's a lot of people in crypto who will sell just because of something like this. Now, of course, if you guys have been in crypto for a fairly long time, you guys know that going all the way back to 2017, you'd understand that the India banning crypto stuff is funny. The China banning crypto stuff is even funnier. A lot of this FUD that plays into the market is actually fairly good for market sentiment. A lot of those weak hands will be shaken out. And I've always said that where we do see the most individuals getting liquidated, a lot of, the people selling, that's actually very good for us to go even higher in price. Now, I'm not saying that it's very good for people to lose money or anything like that. I'm just saying that when we see a lot of people kind of getting shaken out, that's where most of those major moves do happen throughout the market. So that's why you don't want to get shaken out and you don't want to have weak hands. You want to have diamond hands. And of course, with XRP, diamond hands is a necessity in my opinion. Now, we also see here, former CFTC chairman said, under a fair application of the Howey test and the SEC's presently expanding analysis, XRP should not be regulated as a security, but instead considered a currency or a medium of exchange. And I do think that XRP having the title of a medium of exchange is a very good way of kind of describing it, especially if we were looking at the on-demand liquidity base point and how XRP is actually utilized, because XRP, from my point of view, is the Golden Gate Bridge. I've always called it the Golden Gate Bridge, no reference to San Francisco or anything like that. I'm just saying XRP, in my mind, is the bridge that will pretty much bridge all currencies and allow for those two currencies to be bridged at least. So when we're talking about that, we're talking about all of these CBDCs that are coming to fruition right now. We're going to be talking about that as well. But XRP is the bridge that will allow these transactions to pretty much be moved very, very fast, or a currency, if you will, moved very, very fast over the bridge, being transacted into another currency, all within a 3 to 5 second settlement time, as well as at a low cost fee, and very, very quick, no utilizing pre-approved accounts either. So that's what my base point on XRP is being a medium of exchange. It was never supposed to be considered a security. I thought that was kind of funny to even, consider it a security from the SEC side point. So in my mind, I think that this lawsuit is going to go away very, very fast. In terms of what Brad Garlinghouse said in 2022, that's pretty much the time that we're going to be looking at it. So I'm very, very excited for 2022, and I'm going to be paying attention the entire time, and I do think that anybody who is an XRP holder should also be, pretty much paying attention to all that stuff as it does kind of unfold behind, closed doors. Now, we also see here when crypto regulations come into play, you'll realize XRP is not a security. SafeMoon wasn't really safe. Tether was an unaudited fraud. ISO 222 utility tokens were the safest investment. Meme coins were merely a distraction for dumb money to get wrecked. And of course, when we're talking about meme coins, I've had so many, friends tell me, hey, dude, I'm jumping into Shiba Inu, and I'm just laughing. I'm sitting there laughing. And of course, a lot of people did make money, don't get me wrong. But for the most part, a lot of people will get wrecked on meme coins. ISO 222 utility tokens, or utility tokens in general, are the safest bet. We always look at QNT, XDC, XRP, XLM, a lot of those other assets as well that we talk about on a day-to-day basis. Those are some of the best tokens to be invested in. And of course, when we're talking about Tether, a lot of people feel a little bit indifferent on it. Of course, there is a lot of red flags. We even see our Tether has not shown a transparent audit of funds. They used to keep track of funds with an Excel spreadsheet that wasn't completely up to date, and Bloomberg is also looking for Tether's billions. In my mind, I do think that it is a little bit suspicious that Tether does print, a whole bunch of USDT out of nowhere, especially when the market does need more volume. And of course, that volume does come, and it's kind of weird. I don't know. It's just my opinion. Again, we have to wait until we do see something happen unfold with Tether before we do speculate fully. There is a lot of videos out there on Tether and pretty much the stuff that has happened behind closed doors for anybody that wants to learn about Tether and this whole idea of it becoming a Ponzi scheme. They are suspecting that it could be bigger than Bernie Madoff's scheme as well, which it was pretty huge. So definitely look into that if you guys are interested in learning more about that. Now, we do see here, including central bank digital currencies help to improve our current payment system with a particular focus on making cross-border payments faster and less expensive, and will provide new tools to aid our supervision of the financial system. Now, this was opening remarks by Chairman Jerome Powell from the Federal Reserve. If you guys did miss that, you guys can go check it out. But we also go back to this. BIS Innovation Hub partners with Fed to support analysis of digital assets. Interesting, right? And this is talking about CBDCs and digital assets in general. And of course, when we're talking about this, he is talking about including the rollout of a central bank digital currency, or CBDC, in regards for the U.S. Now, we've been talking about this for a fairly long time, but he's also saying the pace of technological change and innovation over the last decade has led some to argue that we are on the brink of a fourth industrial revolution. Digital revolution, and we've talked about this. They're talking about rapid innovation, including through the application of advanced digital technologies. Machine learning, artificial intelligence, and big data is revolutionizing the financial sector. And of course, we could be seeing, something talking about XRP. I'm not saying anything, but I'm just saying XRP, or essentially they have been talking about machine learning on the XRP ledger. There have been talks about artificial intelligence as well. Of course, big data is becoming the new oil that we've talked about as well. So this is very interesting, and a lot of things are unfolding within what we have been talking about. Now, I do want to talk to you guys about the XRP price. We do see our XRP price is gearing up for a 10x price surge in the quarter one of 2022, which of course I've talked to you guys about this quarter one and quarter two pump in 2022. There's been a lot of stuff to talk about in regards to this, but we do see here that the crypto town is currently showing signs of relief as the market is exhibiting appreciable greener digital digits on the charts. Wow, sorry. Now, in regards to this, the volume for the 24 hours is actually up 40%. Okay, or no, this is the dominance. Sorry. I apologize. So the volumes for the 24 hours are at $133.3 billion, while the dominance for Bitcoin is at about 40%. Now, with this, we are seeing, our whales still buying up. And we do see here that XRP worth $75.5 million has been transferred from an unknown wallet to BitThumb. This is in addition to another 10 million XRP being transferred from BitThumb to an unknown wallet. Now, with this, there's been transactions recorded to be 40 million XRP moving through unknown wallets as well. There's been a lot of stuff happening within the XRP ecosystem for buying and stuff. And we are seeing here that the all-time high remains far from sight at $3.40, which was claimed 4 years ago. Now, they are talking more so about what could be happening very, very soon. More so, they are talking about a possible lawsuit, settlement. Because they do say here, collectively, the bulls would need to buckle up to drive the digital asset to greater heights. Enthusiasts are optimistic of XRP price conquering to its due share of gains, which its lawsuit subsiding, which is expected to happen in 2022. So we could be seeing a possible 10x from here. Ultimately speaking, when we're talking about the end goals here, I would suspect that a lot of the market, could be seeing a 10x. Now, I'm not saying that Bitcoin's going to 10x from its current price. I'm just saying a lot of the altcoin markets are going to be seeing a 10x. That means, we could be seeing XRP at $10. We could be seeing at $10 to $13. I've always discussed this. In fact, check this out, right? XRP USD patterns. Let's get ready to rumble. And when we're talking about the prices here, first off, here's Bitcoin. If we're talking about Bitcoin, pretty much dropping in value, which we did in 2017, and then all of a sudden, boom, it rises like it did in 2018, or I should say when we halvened, which was around the December timeframe. And of course, when we're talking about everything in terms of the patterns going all the way to this point that we are at currently, it looks like we are repeating that 2017, 2018 fractal perfectly. And if XRP repeats that same fractal, we would be over $13, or almost around the $15 base point. Now, a lot of people say that we're not following the 2017, 2018 structure, and more so we're following the 2013, 2014 structure, but I don't think that we're following, a pattern fully. In fact, I think that we're going to be following sort of this same 4-year cycle pattern where we have these nice, pretty much, percentages moved. But I don't think that we're going to be following the same pattern that a lot of people suspect that we are following, because I think that it's not going to be different. I think that it's going to be similar to those patterns, but we could actually have a lengthened cycle a little bit more, and we could have heightened percentages where we do go even higher. Now, we also see here Bitcoin daily stock RSI bullish cross over 20 with RSI reset to 40K and 30K levels. Now, what does this mean? It means that the RSI is still a little bit oversold, while we are still ranging on the 40K and 30K marks. So we are at pretty much a higher price point, but at the same RSI that we were at these lower price targets, which means we are expecting some major higher price targets. Now, if we reach these higher price targets, we could be seeing $115,000 Bitcoin, and that is more so possible, especially considering the fact that we are ranging on these, pretty much oversold RSI levels still, which is very bullish for XRP and could suspect to the idea that we could be seeing a 10x price surge for XRP by around the Q1 of 2022. So we are watching the market very closely, especially as a lot of things are unfolding, especially with CBDC talk and digital assets and stuff like that. I am very bullish on XRP, as you guys already know. In regards to what we could be seeing in terms of the prices for a lot of this altcoin market, I'm just very bullish on XRP in terms of those major, first off, let's talk about Bitcoin at $115,000. We are going to be seeing a ton of rotations throughout the altcoin market where we do see a lot of altcoins get a ton of capital flowing into it. XRP, in my mind, could easily hit $10 plus, especially considering how suppressed it's been. If we're talking about this article here again, and we're talking about a settlement in 2022, I'm just saying right now that $10 is going to look like a drop of water in a bucket for the prices that we will hit if we do see a settlement in 2022. But with that in mind, I hope that you all enjoyed this video. If you guys did, definitely leave a like, subscribe, turn notifications on. If you guys want more free content, you guys are more than welcome to follow me on Twitter and join the free Discord down in the description below. As always, I hope that you all have a beautiful day or a beautiful night wherever you guys are. And this has been Nick. Peace out, guys.